What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Today, finally, we are going to be taking a look at Wicked Vic. Obviously, I didn't go to Juggalo Weekend. If you guys have not watched my video, Wicked Vic is available for everyone. I put in there that I got impatient. I was fearful that Wicked Vic was going to be exclusive to Juggalo Weekend. So Sunday, I had put in for a raffle over on Psychopathic Museum, $10 for 3 entries. Did not win. Later that same day, somebody had this posted online for $40 on eBay. Shot them an offer for $30. They took it, free shipping. So technically I've spent $40 on Wicked Vic. But from what I have been hearing, after shipping and all that, getting it from the Psychopathic Vault basically makes it $18. So I paid double for this. I have no regrets. I still stand behind not having any regrets for this because this album is fucking fire. Now, I've also been seeing people saying that Wicked Vic actually isn't available for everybody because apparently Psychopathic Vault does not ship internationally. So I'm doing some thinking of a certain giveaway that I want to do. But anyway, let's jump right into this motherfucking review right here. This EP is fire. I'm actually surprised seeing negative feedback on this EP. I don't understand why there's negative feedback on this EP because it's fucking dope. Absolutely fucking dope. Production was great. They got rid of the producer tags, which, you know, I kind of wanted to know when I listened to the Kumo remix of Ain't No Time. I really kind of wanted to know I was listening to Kumo production, even though it was in the title and even though it's in the production notes. I still wanted to hear that Kumo on the beat or some shit. All jokes aside, like, the producer tags weren't a huge like fucking deal for me. They were annoying, but I could live with them. But obviously it seems like ICP was listening to feedback when it came to Yum Yum Bedlam. Producer tags were gone. The beats are fucking clowny as all get out. So it's like, you know, they seen people were like wanting the old school shit, and this album is it. I've said this in many reviews before, if this album to you is not Wicked, if this album does not give you old school vibes, hang it up. Stop listening to ICP because they're never gonna fulfill that for you. This EP was that. God damn, was it that. So let's jump into it. Let's stop fucking rambling on. That is the front, obviously. It's Wicked Vic all by his lonesome here. I love that they added the fact that he has his roots here. I don't know why. I felt like maybe they were going to have it be zoomed in on the Yum Yum Flower and you would see Wicked Vic and then, you know, do that for each corresponding one. And I like that they did this. This whole fucking EP so far, like when they did their seminar back in 2020 for the first Patreon stream, I remember Jay saying that their goal was to have, or I remember Jay saying that with each of these seeds, they would be like little mini Joker cards. And that's exactly what this had a vibe of. This was a little Joker card. It's got a Joker card album cover. It's got the intro that's fucking Carnival of Carnage throwbacks. They accomplished that goal for me. And I'm excited for the next few seeds. Obviously, very reminiscent. Very ties in very well with Yum Yum Bedlam. The artwork here in the spine. And on the side, too. Yeah, you know, we'll go ahead and flip this over. We won't go over the tracks just yet. Obviously, there's artwork from Tom Wood here. I love it. I feel like if you was to have this on the shelf next to Bedlam, and I might just grab Bedlam real quick for this. No, it wouldn't. I was going to say, like, maybe if you put these together on a shelf, if they would actually have their artwork tied in together, but I don't know what I was thinking with that. But I'm glad this was the artwork instead of, like, a zoomed-in picture of the vase and all that. I'm very, very, very happy with that. So allow me to get my ADHD in check so we can focus on this motherfucking review. We will crack it open to the inside. There's some of the promotional artwork that we had seen when they were basically telling us that it was coming out on time. I was surprised. They have the CD art there. Pop it off. There's that other artwork we had seen teased of the seeds on top of, what do they call it? Is that like, that's called a gondola, isn't that what those are called? But basically the Yum Yum Garden. What were they calling that? I don't remember what they were called. Yum Yum's Garden. I think that was the name of it. But, you know, Tom Wood schooling it with the fucking artwork. And I'm assuming he drew this too. He just posted on Instagram, I think yesterday or the day before, that this was his favorite art out of all of it. Or somebody else. Somebody put that. Opened it up to the inside. There you have the story for Wicked Vic, Yum Yum. We'll get to that in just a second. I do want to read it because obviously the biggest hype for me going into the seeds was finding out what they add to the Yum Yum Flowers lore. Lore, not Lure. That's one of the things I've been excited for. There you have all your production notes. A lot of people were like wondering about this. So there was somebody on the Psychopathic Museum that had put a picture up of it. So I was curious too. I remember I think I reached out to Scotty D about it and said that I was curious to see production notes because like I was curious if they linked back up with Mikey Clark, like for real. Like this was Ringmaster, Carnival of Carnage. I wouldn't say Carnival of Carnage, but I feel like Carnival of Carnage wasn't as polished sounding as Ringmaster and Riddlebox was. But like those were the Joker card. Like I felt like I was in a goddamn time machine back in that time, which obviously I was very young at that age, so like I wasn't actually listening to the Joker cards then. But you know, when I first started listening to Riddlebox and shit, this gave me those vibes. So let's get over here to the introduction, and this is his story. I'm still trying to decipher it a little bit, but its roots run deep, siphoning off the life force of all things, a bad seed whose corrupted purpose is so evil that to understand it would only breed madness into one's mind. Swaying on the radiated winds of war, it basks in the glow of nuclear fire as its nourishing sun. It is a blight on the garden of life. A blight. What does that word mean? I need to look that up. Whose spores carry evil to be implanted in the minds of men. As blood seeps into the ground, its petals bloom with a necrotic vitality, while suffering nourishes it, allowing it to flourish in the darkest reaches of our decaying world. It is void of compassion, joy, or mercy, a fungus that brings ruin upon the very foundation of love. It is known by a name that is forsaken by the natural order itself, Wicked Vic the Weed. So I'm still trying to understand that, but you know, it's talking about its pollen. It's talking about trying to understand its purpose, would breed madness into one's mind. That it's a blight on the garden of life, whose spores carry evil to be implanted in the minds of men. So, like, this seems to affect men. Like, maybe this is what causes people to betray their friends, their homies, or I don't know, just do dumb shit. Maybe I got to understand this a little bit better. But that is the story of Wicked Vic, and that's what he adds to the lore. Lore. I feel like I have to spell this out because a lot of people are still calling Yum Yum's lore. It's a funny word to say, lore is. So, pop it over to the back again. That fucking awesome artwork by Tom. With the track list, which is Wicked Vic.
To honor the arrival of Lil Wicked Vic, we about to clown that bitch ass.
Send in the clowns.
It's when you hold the grease paint stick and draw that smile.
Clown bounce.
Look for the maggots that crawl out and eat what's left. Hit the clowns. Let's freak it. It's a clown. Heads leaking.
Mutilator.
Flesh invader. Annihilator. I know exactly how you're feeling, boy. You wanna be a mutilator. Feels like I'm falling. You pay.
Hyde Park peddler.
Fat basket on my handlebars for my shih tzu truck. Existing will get you stuck. Try to Hyde Park peddling bike ride. You know me.
Hungry like a wolf.
Cause I was hungry like a wolf. She sprayed me with mace, straight to the face. Gun dropped, I scream, bloody murder.
And Ain't No Time, Kuma's Timeless Remix.
I feel it happening, I'm feeling trapped again. It's not.
Now, this album, again, it's fire. I listened to this front to back. I hear a lot of people saying they don't listen to Ain't No Time. I hear a lot of people saying they don't like Hungry Like a Wolf. A lot of people comparing it to Twisted's cover. For me, Hungry Like a Wolf, the first listen, I laughed while listening to it. The second time I listened to it, I was like, you know, if this was a serious take on a cover, It's not great. And the more that I just thought about it, I was like, there's no way they went into this serious. This is a rainbows and stuff kind of song. You know, they went in just to have fun. This wasn't a serious cover to me, like listening to it. What was it? I think it's at the end of Hyde Park. It's at the end of Hyde Park Peddler, but I don't remember exactly what it says. Oh yeah, there's like a voice that comes in and goes, bunch of clowns, and then it cuts right into this fucking song, and it's just so fucking clowny. And at the very end, Hungry Like a Wolf leaves off with, come play with me, and then another voice goes, huh? So Hungry Like a Wolf to me was a clowny song. It wasn't serious. It kind of, to me, it gave me the stalker vibes, because obviously he stalks this chick. He's trying to kill her. Like, he wants to kill her. He gets fucking owned by her. The only thing that really turned me off with this song was there was a few parts where he kept saying, 'cause she was hungry. Like, he kept throwing the 'cause in there. And it was like, that 'cause to me, like, it was like a speed bump in the song. It interrupted the song to me, and I don't know why. It's getting easier to listen to, but when I first started listening to it, that just always bothered me. Like, I felt like they didn't need to put 'cause she. I just felt like he should have. She was hungry like a, like, just putting that 'cause in there threw off the flow of it for me. Like, I still feel like if they would just have left that out and just, like, when she hit me with mace straight to the face, like, why put the 'cause in there? I don't know. But I like it. I fucking do enjoy it. Now, the thing about Ain't No Time remix, if you guys have been watching for many, many years, you know I've stated many, many times I just don't care for remixes. They don't really do much for me. There's been very few occasions where I like remixes more than the original. And this is one of those cases. I love Kuma's production. I've always enjoyed his production. I think he's very fucking great. And I stand with, I want to say it was Beneath the Dirt. It was Ron, we were talking on Instagram, who said he wants just a full album produced by Kuma. I agree, and I fucking second that. Most people want to see him back want to see ICP back with Mikey Clark. Obviously, that would be a fucking dream come true too, and it could be possible. Mikey Clark's starting to get back into a studio and going, but I would love to see or hear an EP, like maybe one of the next seeds, just be completely full of Kuma beats, because he fucking kills it. Now, I don't want to undersell Shaggy the Airhead and Devereaux, because they kicked ass on this. I believe there's 1 or 2 tracks here that was produced by Devereaux, and I'm going to pull that out real quick just to verify if the book participates with me. Track 1 is, where the fuck? Shaggy the Airhead. Second one, Sending the Clowns, is Devereaux. Clown Bounce is Shaggy the Airhead. Mutilator is Kuma. Shaggy the Airhead's on Hyde Park Peddler. Mike P, and Mike P, I could tell by a certain part in Hungry Like the Wolf that it was Mike P. That's how some of the Zug Island songs have been sounding here lately on the Promised Land albums. And obviously Ain't No Time is by Kuma. So yeah, we got a couple in there by Shaggy the Airhead, one by Devereaux. And I want to undersell their production. Like, they fucking schooled it. They somehow channeled their inner Mikey Clark and brought it with the fucking tracks. I love it. I love it. Wicked Vic, obviously, it comes in and it's old school. It's Carnival of Carnage type, just repeating the name Wicked Vic with clowny fucking carnival style music, and it fucking thumps so goddamn hard in the car. If you have this on your phone and you have a car with a really good stereo system, blare this motherfucker. Blare this album in that motherfucker. Sending the Clowns is fucking dope. To me, it's like, it's a Juggalo anthem to me, and the whole, like, Sending the Clowns. So it's like, obviously they're talking about, like, things in your life, like when you're when a punchline is your despair. So like when people are talking shit to you or making fun of you, you know, you get that grease paint stick out and you draw a smile. So you paint your face up. Like, what drew us all to become fucking juggalos? You know what I mean? Like, there's shit in our life that we just had a calling to the clowns, and yeah, I love it. To me, it's a very Juggalo anthem. It to me is very, very reminiscent to Take Me Away, without being like Take Me Away, if that makes sense. Clown Bounce. I was a little turned off by Jay's verse in the beginning, and I want to give a shout out to Deck One Dealt. here on YouTube. They do a podcast every Sunday. If you are not watching them, you are doing yourself a disservice because they are dope. But Keezy on there, without calling me out, was basically saying that he saw people bitching about Jay's verse. I was one bitching about Jay's verse. But the more that I've listened to it and pulled up the lyrics and read what he was saying while listening, the more that I've enjoyed it. It just, Shaggy fucking murdered it on his verse. And then Jay starts off with, bounce, 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 crush, crush, crash. And I'm like, could Jay just not think of anything? And that's what he went with. But when you keep listening and when you really like read and know what he's saying, it's fucking fire, dude. Clown Bounce is about, you know, fucking somebody up for talking shit. I love it. I can just bouncing their fucking head around. Jay's whole verse is him stomping on this guy's fucking bladder and his innards scatter all over the place, and he just keeps going and going. I thought it was dope. Obviously, everybody's been giving a lot of love to Mutilator. It's just a fucking fire track, and easily my favorite track on the album as well as many others. Hyde Park Peddler, again, Deck One Dealt. Shout out to those guys. They were doing their review of this on Sunday, and somebody in their chat was saying that Hyde Park Peddler, or Peddler, is basically, if you think about it, a prelude to Mr. Happy. And I can't argue with that. So I want you guys to leave your thoughts down below what you think about that. Prelude to Mr. Happy. I agree. Like this was the origin story of Mr. Happy. And then obviously we talked about Hungry Like the Wolf and Ain't No Time. I just really like Kuma's production. It made, and I'm not, don't get me wrong, I like the original on Bedlam. It is very good, but this felt more polished. This felt better. Like it just felt more polished. That's all I can really, that's all the only way I can describe it. It just felt polished. So I like it a little bit better. I like the way it's kind of slowed down a little bit. So yeah, this EP is great, man. They've started the seeds off great. Hopefully this doesn't set the bar too fucking high for the other seeds. Obviously, I've said it before. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm very hard to disappoint when it comes to the clowns. I'm one of a few juggalos. We're slowly starting to reveal ourselves. More people are coming forward and saying I like Lure, but I'm one of the few juggalos that really liked Lure. So this album, you know, and like I said in my video about not having any regrets spending the amount of money I spent on this, I spent $50 on Lure. This album is way the fuck better than Lure. So, I mean, I guess the availability makes it not worth as much, and that's what makes Lure worth much. But then again, with people liking this one more than Lure, I guess the value of this CD goes up. So, it's however you dice it up. I have no regrets for spending $40 on this. It's fucking dope. And you know, we have a giveaway drawing coming up soon, so if you have no idea about that, go back and look for the February CD giveaway on my channel. It's like 5 videos before this one, 4 videos before this one. You can go enter. All you guys gotta do is comment some shit. I think that's how you have to enter. But you know, obviously, if you fucking win, I see a lot of people wanting Wicked Vic, and I want to try to show love to the international ninjas out there that could not pick this album up, so I might do something extra for them. But yeah, Wicked Vic, it's fucking fire, straight front to back. Listen, I've been listening to the shit out of this EP, and I'm going to continue to listen to the shit out of this EP. Far better than Lure. And I recant my statement when I had said in my Wicked Vic is available everywhere video, or is available for everyone video. I had said that I didn't feel like it was as good as Bedlam. Or I mean, I felt like it was on par with Bedlam. I would honestly say if you took this track by track against Bedlam, this would come out winning. You know, if UFCD played the first 5 or 7 tracks of Bedlam and put them up against Wicked Vic, I feel like Wicked Vic would come out on top. So I will say Wicked Vic is very fucking good. It's better than the first 7 tracks of Bedlam. And Bedlam's pretty good to me. So, yeah. You guys have obviously heard this album. I don't know anybody who's sleeping on this album. Tell me what you think down below. If there's any of you out there that are watching right now that did not feel this album, tell me why in the comments down below. And for everybody else that fucking loves this album, just show the album some fucking love. Wicked Vic, we love you. We love you. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.